Alright, hello everybody. So this is going to be my first official video, not so much just a test that I did years ago, I think, when I made one. That was on my old machine. So I have since upgraded things, decided I'm going to start trying to make some videos again, and maybe start streaming. The kickoff things, I decided I would go ahead and make an episode while I am high as a kite right now. It may not sound like it, but of course, this is my first recording, so y'all probably don't know what I'm like normally. I'm trying to actually focus and keep it together at the moment, so yeah. That being said, decided I'd go ahead and have an inaugural episode and kick things off with something a little bit more fun. Maybe boring for some of you. That's really up to you, but the reality is I'm going to do this. I have played high plenty of times, and usually mixed results. I wouldn't say that it necessarily makes me a worse player. That's a lie. It makes me a pretty bad player. Mediocre, maybe, I guess. What I would say is that it definitely makes things interesting. I tend to make some very unique plays. They tend to be unorthodox. In fact, maybe I'll post the test video while I was making all my settings and everything, getting that all set up, because I had to reinstall everything on this computer. So I made a test video, was high again at the time. A couple weird plays. Maybe I'll just post some highlights in this video. I don't know. That being said, I guess let's go ahead and kick things off. In fact, to make it interesting, we're actually going to play some ranked, and we're going to play with this degenerate deck created, well, I don't know about created, but I know definitely shown off by Covert Go Blue. If you watch any Magic videos online, that is a big name. I know he streams as well, so definitely check out his stuff, because that's where this deck came from, and it definitely showcases that Ob is, well, if you haven't played a lot of Standard right now, Ob is a little bit broken. If you remember Oko, same situation. Oko was, to say the least, he was a bit of a nightmare. I'm going to actually keep this, but, so yeah, he tend to ruin games come turn 2, come turn 3, because there was a lot more ramp at the time, and he got banned real quick. That being said, I think Oko is probably in the same boat. He just has a stupid power level. I mean, come on, 3 mana and you basically get 2 planeswalkers out of the deal. It's nuts. So yeah, I'm gonna shut up and just kind of play, and as things pop into my head, we'll just kind of go from there. So I think he's probably playing the same deck as what it looks like, but let's see how this goes. Oh, I was almost... Well, actually, is Shambling Ghast bad here? He's gonna attack for sure. Yeah, I think we'll go with Bloodtithe still. If he attacks, I'll probably take 3. Because I don't think I want to block... Oh, okay, never mind. He's not going to Oko this... Not Oko. See, I have it in my head now. But he's not going to Ob. Which is good for us this turn, but kind of puts me in a weird spot. I guess I have to play the Proving Ground. Which is probably stupid. I probably should have played... Well, no, this is still not bad, because I don't mind him attacking into Shambling Ghast, and I care more if he attacks into my token. So it kind of pads me. Ooh, okay. Zeator's Envoy. I have only seen this in one match so far. Don't quite remember what it does. You may play a land on top of the library and cast a spell. Okay, that's gonna be annoying. That's pretty good for 4, but I guess that's like kind of all the current 3 mana type dudes. They're kind of annoying. Man, that's really good. Okay. I can Charm, which will make him get rid of the Envoy, which I think is the play here. Play another Proving Ground, which these are fun. I just realized this when I made a mistake a while ago. I say a while ago, it was a couple days ago, where I blew it up with a Field of Ruin, and I was like, haha, there goes your color options, and then he grabbed another one, and I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. But I think, anyways, right now what we probably want to do is nothing. I think we pass and then see what he decides to do, because if he decides that he's going to try and attack with the Envoy and the the Tenacious Underdog, I can go ahead and probably stop both of them. So that's kind of perfect. So what we'll do, they're going to sacrifice their big guy, and then I'm going to block into this. Now, do I want the treasure? No, I want to kill this. Because there was no way I can play both of these this turn, and I'm going to want to Despair anyways. That sucks because... oh, that's annoying. Because he's still going to get a token. Ugh. But I don't have a choice, because I'd rather take 4 than take 5. Oh! Haha! That's a big win. I love drawing these. This is honestly one of my favorite cards in the set. I don't know why I said set, but from the current standard, easily one of my favorites. That's annoying. So, has trample. And if I do this, he's just going to block with that. So I think what I probably... God, I'm getting low in life too. I think what I probably want to do... Man, this sucks. I think we're still going to Fable. Underdog. Save 1, and then, yeah. So hopefully he just doesn't have removal. It'll stop him, hopefully, from maybe attacking. I don't know what he's going to do here. I still think he goes face. Like, there's no reason not to. And I'm going to double up on this and still take 4. Is it when any creature, or is it just... Okay, it's whenever the Envoy. So does he have the removal? I assume so. Riveteers. Yep. That's annoying. But still pads some of that damage, and I didn't have any other options there. Ow, just hit my mic into my face. Gotta get used to that too, because I'm not used to having this mic arm in front of me. And a Chariot. Yeah, I lose. There's really nothing I can do against this. Unless I draw a Meathook. That is... it's not a Meathook. Let me think. It's gonna decline. Chariot. The problem with that though is, I guess we'll do that. I should have done this. Can Ob make a 1/1? And Chariot make a 2/2, which does nothing because I actually need 3 blockers. He's gonna sacrifice a cat. Yeah, that's over. So not particularly surprised that that's the first time I've seen that that deck. So that was interesting. I like that. I'm gonna have to look into some other things. I've just been so obsessed with playing Ob right now. It's just I want to use him as much as I can before he more than likely gets banned. I don't think it's gonna happen just yet, but there's a pretty good chance it's still going to be a little bit. Probably closer to whenever the new set comes out, just because got to make sure that they focus on sales of these guys, right? This is not good. Well, I have that Underdog. Yeah, I can keep this because I can Underdog, but I don't have red, so I can hope for red in the next couple of turns here. That would be good. That's not red. I don't know why I always get... Like, why does it give the option if there's no other way you can produce the mana? That sometimes frustrates me. It's a cool sleeve. I've never seen that sleeve. Maybe I have. I don't know. I should pay attention to it. Kind of looks weird here because this looks like an eye. It's like its whole head, and this is just one of its eyes, and it's kind of like looking at you. I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but that's what it just looks like to me. And that's not good, because I didn't hit land. So I still think we want to Meathook here for 0. Just in case he does do something, it's at least a point of damage. And usually if they're playing like some sort of creature-y deck, I figure by now they would have played something by turn 2, especially with black. There's a lot of options, but he's probably sitting on red then. Yeah, see? I would expect a Shambling Ghast by now when I see black like that, but nothing. And that is awkward. Because if I attack, he's definitely going to kill the Tenacious Underdog, right? Oh man, that's tough. I think I still just do this. Pay 3. It's fine too, yeah, because that's actually good, because I have another Ob anyways, so we'll sacrifice him. And get a point of damage in. Woo! It's actually better when you have the little devils, because then they actually do more. And like others have said, bait with the real one, because when you have a Chariot and stuff like that, you don't want to not have the option to go ahead and copy one of these guys, because it can get screwy. Like, I've had like 4 or 5 obs on the board at once before. Like, it's just not even fair. Could have made another token too and actually padded myself, but I feel like right now if I did that, then they'd both be in easy burn range, because usually with a Bloodthirsty Adversary there's a really good chance they're playing some sort of recursion burn spells, or at least burn spells they would want to have recursion. So that is interesting, because what I'm guessing you know what I could do? I think we'll protect the token. Do I want to give him the treasure? Yeah, I'll let him have a treasure. I'm going to regret it, I'm sure, because now he's probably going to be like, haha, that's exactly what I needed. Here comes my Black Death Wave. Oh, Junji. It's kind of annoying. Can make a devil, which isn't bad. Not great. Oh yeah, what I can do, let's go ahead and yeah, I think I'll actually do this, because I don't need the devil too bad. I can make it off of one of my other ones. Oh wait, I'm so stupid. That's fine. Because we actually, do you want to do that or Mirror Breaker? Yeah, I think we'll do Bloodtithe Harvester. It's weird because I was going to make the devil play. Is that better though? The devil make another Ob. No, because this actually, I think this takes more heat off me right now, because this will just go into that, and then I can attack for 3 still. See if he blocks. I think he blocks. But I have a couple lines of play here, because if I draw a land, I'm going to play a Chariot regardless. So he's going to Meathook Massacre, and going to have 2 Meathook Massacres on the board. Fun. So that's just going to be annoying. Naturally. That's so dumb. Again, I think we play this because worst case scenario, I can go ahead and blow up the dragon, and then he gets not the greatest options. It's just mediocre stuff. It's like, surprise. I hate having to get rid of a Chariot, but I need these two more. He did it on the token. Is he making 2 tokens? Took one. So what I do... Oh, it's a devil! That's on there too, I forgot. That's not good for me. I think we just have no choice. It's gonna be a standstill unless I kill that stupid devil. Sounded like thunder. Oh, apparently it is raining right now. Alright, I think I'm getting slow played. Let's see. Nope, there it is. Either it dies, or it's gonna die either way. Man, that sucks. That'll be useful later, I guess. Either way, we're doing this. And this. I don't think he... Well, he might still attack here, but either way, I'm taking like 4 turn. Decline. Resolve, decline. Let's see if it kills me. That's a Shambling Ghast. I don't really need to power word kill that, so... That does get rid of one of them. That is interesting. I have to gain the life. The problem is the one that I want dead is not this one. And I have to do it now because I can't let him have a trigger of it, so... I mean, I still might be screwed. He can sacrifice... It does become an exact copy, so... That means... Yeah, I'm dead. I forgot it assumes the same mana cost. It's not just a token. That's crazy. Okay. I'm basically dead next turn. Well, no. Not true. I just got 2 points, so definitely doing that. That's true. We kill this, he kills this, I kill this. No, ouch. I don't really have an out here. I mean, that does nothing but... In fact, I'm pretty sure it kills me. So... yeah. Attack. And then I die? Well, I don't die. Yeah, I guess I don't have a choice. It doesn't matter because he's just don't block. That's it. That's all you gotta do. Just don't block and that's it. Why? He literally could have let the Ob die and then... okay. I guess they're just gonna drag it out an extra turn. I mean, okay, I guess. You do that, I discard Meathook, submit. You attack for 1. Okay, so what was the point of that? Like, you did so much extra. Like, it was over. I had 1 mana open. What was I gonna do? Even if I killed one of your guys, you're still coming through for 3. Like, I feel like that was overthought. I don't know. I'm being crazy. But I guess we'll try again. I'm not doing very well. Pardon me while I eat some ice. Trigger warning, because I know some people are bothered by that. But I'm about to crunch on some ice, so I'm sorry. I'm trying my best to not crunch it too much. No, that's still loud. I'm sorry. I guess we'll keep... I don't know. I mean, it's still questionable, but it hasn't turned 1, so that's nice. I feel like Deadly Dispute in this, actually, I've played it a lot, and it doesn't make too many appearances. That's a problem. Has to ETB, though, so what I think we'll do is we'll wait. Because he's probably going to play a creature. Yep. Probably want that dead more, though. No, I have to do it because this is still going to get out of control, too. God, it's going to suck. Still hope for a land because I want a Bloodtithe Harvester. That is not a... I mean, I'm still Bloodtithe Harvestering, but a land would have been nice. And now he's on another 4/4. And in fact, this is the one that does... Yep. This is the one that destroys creatures. I've been seeing this Angel deck pop up, and I'm just not... Oh my goodness. That sucks. Well, there's that. Play that. No attacks. I'm gonna just... I'm probably... I mean... Yeah. You tap, destroy, target any of my creatures. That's game. So if you haven't seen the Angel deck yet, that's a glimpse. It's actually pretty good from what I've seen. I'm thinking I'm probably going to build it myself. I've always liked Angels as like a creature type anyways, since I came from the days of, I don't know, all the additions. So you always saw for like all those basic sets, you know, 5th edition, 6th edition, all those Angels were a very recurring trend. Sarah Angel, obviously, and then you got a lot of Angels too, I think, in Saga, in Urza Saga, because you had the Sarah Sanctum, Radiant, Archangel, and a lot of fun Angels. Actually, just through the years, there's been a lot of cool Angels, but usually not too many of them are very playable. I mean, obviously, Restoration Angel was huge. I think Avacyn got some play. There's been some, like the Gold Angels, a lot of those have seen a lot of play, but usually like the monocolored Angels, you don't see them too often. They're usually kind of a niche creature. Like, you just don't see them that frequently. But, yeah, so it's probably a deck I'll build. I'm losing lots of pips here with my rank, so that's fun. But, in my defense, I don't think there was too many ways out of those, sober or not. Chewing some ice again, I apologize. This is a very common hand for me, where I don't have a good red source. Like I can use the Shatter Skull, but I don't like using that as my red source. That is better. There we go. Because I can go with Proving Ground into Darkboard Pathway. Ugh, it's annoying. I guess we'll Meathook. I know exactly what this deck is because I've seen this one a couple times, actually, I think. Yeah. This Naya. Oh man, now I actually can't remember what it does because I remember they always lead with a Virus Beetle almost every game. Yeah, it's basically the same idea. Yeah, and this is why I want to hold on to things like Shatter Skull Smashing, because it makes life a little bit easier sometimes. I'm going to decline because I actually need... That's good against it. Do I just go for that? It won't matter because I won't be able to actually use it next turn anyways. I do need another red source. I can attack. He's definitely going to block, which is still not horrible because at least it pads the life gain there. And like I said, always try and kill the token first, just because you don't want them pulling this stuff. This shenanigans gets out of control so fast. Even if you lose your chariot and you just get that one token off, like, it's ridiculous. I think in this case I will just go ahead and sacrifice that. Keep that for a draw later. Ooh, filtered off 2 land. That's okay. It's not what I want to see. Well, again, not bad because I have to kill some obs. It's gonna be a pain. Probably don't need. Yeah, that's fine. Extraction Specialist. Virus Beetle. This is really just a discard deck, huh? Okay, maybe I was wrong. This is something completely different because I've never seen these two together. Yeah, I guess we're gonna go ahead and get rid of. I don't want to get rid of Hive. Let's get rid of Death Cap. Yeah. That's actually really funny. Decline. There's my own Ob. Do I go for it and then just... You know what, though? That's so greedy. It's greedy. It's so greedy, but I like it. So it puts him in a spot because this can't attack or... Right? Yeah, it can't attack or block. Okay, I thought it was just attack on Extraction Specialist. That's interesting. So it kind of does have limited function. You're really just using it to abuse low-cost ETB effects. And is this... I guess it is better and worse because it's an artifact versus Elderfang. And I'm not surprised by that at all. I'm good with that. I'm going to decline that. He can't really afford to attack, so yeah. But that's fun. I think here, 2, 3. Damn, an untapped land would have done it. It won't matter because there'll be... Yeah, I like that actually, because he'll want to double block. At least it gets rid of the creatures. Okay. Again, not ideal. I think we're going to still go ahead and drop this. So we're gonna do 3, I guess. So 1, 2. Yeah, not ideal. Because I'll have to see what he does, because I can always hive into it. That hurts. And the thing is like, this stupid deck is actually viable now because of Ob and only Ob. The amount of times I've lost to a discard deck is like, I don't know, maybe 10% of the time. But the fact that Ob in itself is just so powerful, that's tough. I wonder, I personally would be still running, what's the dragon? Oh man, I just blanked on his name. The black, the one I just played against. That's gonna bother me. But upside is, I don't know if I call this an upside, because I'm sure, I'm almost positive that he's got another one. Because the fact that he had that one out, he was probably just waiting for me to kill it, so he can be like, I'm gonna play another one. But no, he's gonna play a discard card and make me get rid of my Tenacious Underdog, which I don't hate, because I can go ahead and use it to go ahead and try and draw another card. Which, again, it's still not great either, because he's playing a discard deck, so it's a weird uphill battle right now. Oh man. It's just, this is the one thing I hate about being in like gold and those higher ranks, is you run into these stupid cancerous discard decks so much. Like I said, they don't win very often, and I say that it's probably going to kick my ass right now, but they just, it's the same stuff every single time. And sure enough, I'm sure he has a Vanishing Verse. Which isn't, I mean, it's still good, but how would I want to play this now? Because now it's in an interesting situation, because I do have to worry about that hive at some point. But he also has to worry about Chariot. Okay. I mean, that's not bad. Let's see, I don't think he attacks into this. Blood Harvester. Huh. Blood Harvester. Get a blood token. I have to play everything anyways. The downside is I have to do this, because I'd rather lose a cat token than the Bloodtithe Harvester. So, I'll create this. Of course, this leaves me open again to a hive, but I feel like I prefer it this way. Okay, it's bad for me. He's got a full clutch. I have literally nothing. And I don't want to draw cards off of the Tenacious Underdog, because he's just going to make me discard them anyways. And now he's going to just do that. He's gained a lot of life, too. That Ob really put him ahead. And he can still Vanishing Verse. But that's not what happened. I have to play it. I don't really have an option. Play my cards or lose them anyways. The only reason I can see not playing a card is just bluffing something and then forcing him to discard. And then it doesn't matter, because he's just playing all the degen cards, the usual suspects. Ob, Rite of Oblivion, Vanishing Verse. It's the same old crap. They're in every deck, and I'm not going to beat an Ob. Ob, honestly, really just is breaking the game right now. If you're playing red or black, or I should say red and black, you're automatically running Ob. Like, there's literally not a reason to not run him. That's why I hate it. I love it, but I also hate it. Oh, look, my own Ob. Yeah. So, you saw it there. It's just a battle of the Obs. Whoever gets the Ob going and running through it first almost always wins. Like, it's stupid. That's why I've seen people, like, I hit 3 land, and they see either, like, Bloodtithe Harvester or Underdog, and they're just like, it's done. Like, I drop my 3rd land, and they scoop, and I get it, because almost everyone's playing that, so if you see those 3 colors, and they hit that 3 land, and there's one of those 2 creatures on the board, there's a good chance you're about to get obbed. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I honestly thought Oko was bad, but I feel like Ob is infinitely worse. Like, it's so infuriating that they just keep coming. Like, there's nothing you can do. Like, it sucks because I'm on the draw, but I'm still going to keep this because we're going to definitely Proving Ground into Blight Step. And we have all our colors, so this is perfect. Kind of sucks because I got a ways to go before I could do something like Invoke Despair, but Thalia, I hate that. But it's cool. I've literally got 3 Tenacious Underdogs, so on my next turn I can literally just play 2 creatures. And if he wants to attack with his Thalia, that's totally fine. I'm not going to block it, obviously. I was going to say, my backswing is going to hurt more. So, Tenacious, Shambling Ghast, no attacks. So, this puts him in an interesting spot because at least with the Shambling Ghast, it keeps the Thalia at bay. Keeps a lot of creatures at bay because then he's going to... Well, now he's not. I spoke way too soon. Three black. I still need 1 more black to really be a threat. I still think we Ob. And then... yeah. Read the treasure. Read the devil. Now, Helena and Elena is going to be a problem. So, can't attack into a Thalia, unfortunately. And that Thalia is going to get huge. Unless I top deck a land. That's a problem. Well, you got to attack with both. But you do lose. That's a thing. It's a very good thing, too. Oh, that's right, because it's not... Oh, well, that's fine. Upside is, Helena doesn't give them trample. Luminarch Aspirant. He's going all in on the... No, he's going to put it on the Helena, because then the Helena makes things bigger. So the trigger should be the Aspirant first. Or you can just do that... Okay, no, you did it. Interesting. I would still need another black land, so... Man, that's tough. I think... I know I've been really quiet, but I feel like this is tough because what I really want to do here... I want to attack with Chariot. But I instantly lose my Chariot to Thalia if I do that. So I think I'm just going to play it super conservatively and not... I'm usually a very aggressive player, but I feel like I'm trying to be patient and not rush... Oh, shit. Oh man, that is nasty. That is nasty. But he's still gonna kill an Ob, so it's obvious that that's what he's gonna do. And there's not really any board wipes in this deck, so I'm getting friggin' clobbered tonight. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this one. Yep, and that definitely seals the deal. Well, it depends, because maybe I think he still gets rid of Meathook Massacre. Because Invoke Despair, I'm a black man off of it anyways, and all he'd have to do is sacrifice one thing, which would probably be the Spellbinder, so it doesn't matter. But he's about to kill my Obs anyways, because now he's gonna put that on the Spellbinder, and he's gonna smash. He's in firm control of this match right now. How exciting. There's been a lot of these, like, kind of mid-range aggro-y decks. I've been seeing them more frequently. In fact, a couple of these matches have been. There was that one earlier with the Viashino guy. And we've got some dead boys. Alright, that's enough of that. That's another reason why I hate the white deck. This is that Naya Humans deck that's been going around. But yeah, when it comes to humans like that, they're just so broken. Like this, like it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like run 3 colors, run mono white. It doesn't matter. It's just everything's an answer. Like they're like, oh well, I got to kill some obs, and it doesn't have any flying creatures, which is kind of what you saw with the major problem with the deck. It's like, so let's play some flyers with haste. No problem. Okay, well, we're playing something else. They've got access. It's like I've played against decks where like they literally have no cards in hand. Every single draw is an answer. It's like everything has so much utility in those white decks. Like it's crazy. Why do they have things? Why do they have Brutal Cathar? Why do they have Adeline or whatever her name is? And like it's just everything is some sort of utility. Like there's so much value in everything that you play because they have access to 2 different creature removals easily in creature form in the version, or I guess in the guise of what Skyclave Apparition, Brutal Cathar is almost in every deck. Portable Hole is another one that's very common. Thalia, Redain, they can tax you to all hell if you're playing a control deck. So it's just like. They have answers versus aggro. They have answers versus control. Elite Spellbinder, you just saw it. I couldn't touch my spells because they wouldn't let me have them. So it's just tax, and you're flooded out on the board, and you can't do anything. That's it. It's brutal, and I don't know. That's a cancer. Like I said, the humans deck and both, like I said, the Naya and the mono white versions. And also Naya Runes. Basically also to anything that's able to run I totally just blanked on the card. Kami of Transience. Anything that can run that's running a decent amount of enchantments. Like Kami of Transience forces every other deck that's running removal to run exile spells, because I've learned that if I'm playing a deck like this, like the one I've been playing, it doesn't have exile spells. So, except for exiling the graveyard, which is not that relevant against that deck specifically. So, what ends up happening is just, you're screwed because you can't remove Kami of Transience, and it just keeps coming back. And like that stupid Naya Runes deck, that's a deck you're like, you're in a good position, they're at like 2, and you're at like 18, and then next thing you know, it's a 1-turn swing, and you're just dead. Kami of Transience will go, because it just keeps recurring. It doesn't matter how many times you kill it off, it always come back. So it ends up that, and then they have Generous Visitor, and then they have what is it? Oh my gosh, the Scalds or whatever. The enchantment. I just blanked on its name. I have the deck. As you can see when I named it. Showdown of the Scalds. There you go. I was going to build it, and I have the wild cards for it. It's just... I just don't see the point. I mean... Especially now. I mean, we have this new set and everything, and I think this deck is still very strong. For now. I think that there's a very good chance that you're going to start seeing more brews. They're going to have trouble with it. People are still running a lot of exile stuff. So I think it'll fall off. But if I was going to ban a card from that deck, and just in general, it'd be Kami of Transience. Again, I know you can exile it, but for those that don't have access to an exile card or an exile effect specifically for a creature, then that's where it becomes very problematic, because I'll sit there and I'll have answers like destroying an enchantment or something like that, which doesn't do me any good because it's one of the only creatures in the deck that's not an enchantment besides a Generous Visitor. So it's one of those things that it's frustrating, and it's a rant, I know, but I hate that deck. I hate it so much. And I'm coming up on about an hour now almost. So I'm going to play one more, and hopefully I won't have so many gaps of silence, because again, this is my first real recording, and we're just trying to have fun. My high is a little tapered off now. Well, obviously my brain is still dumb, because just me trying to speak, if you've been listening, is garbage. I just started rambling. Like, I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know what it is. Like, I just can't get the words out to make it coherent. Like, I know I've been incoherent on many of this and just plain silent, and now I'm just like on the other end of that spectrum now, or I just won't shut up. Back to Magic. This is a horrible hand. Got a mullet. This is worse. But I gotta keep it. I don't have a red source, unfortunately. Shit. Esika's Chariot. I want to keep the Chariot, though. I feel like Fable is what I have to get rid of, and that is probably not good. But what I do here... I think we do this. Because if I hit an untapped... Oh, I should have actually just done Hive first. I'm stupid. Okay. Didn't bite me in the ass as much as I thought it probably would. It still might, because I'm... This hand is not very promising if I don't hit a red. That's a thing. Okay, Professor of Symbology. I was going to call it Sim blah 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 because I've been watching too much CGB. The upside is I get a Shambling Ghast, which could make a treasure. It stops the Professor of Symbology from attacking, though, and there's not a good enough reason, I don't think, to attack into it. But if I hit a red, I would still play the Esika's Chariot. Esika's Chariot should always come down first, so for when you do pop off, it just works better. I kind of want to power word my own Shambling Ghast. Is that crazy? Yeah, I don't do that. Should have done it. But it's cool. Because we still want a Chariot first, ideally. And I gotta think, because if he goes for a Meathook Massacre to kill everything, that's still good for me because I get the Shambling Ghast. Or you can just Vanishing Verse. Because like I said, everyone's running it. As long as you're running white and black, it's pretty much inevitable. No attacks. Keep the Professor of some blah 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 away. But I probably need to start putting some kind of pressure on him. And yeah, there goes my Hive. Ooh, I think I only have one basic in this deck. Yeah. Swamp. I even forgot to change the art on these. I always do that every time I'm playing like a new deck. I always forget that I have options, and I always just put like whatever. Deadly Dispute is also very good because if I attack with Shambling Ghast, no, I think I just do this. Attack. Make a treasure. Interesting. Okay. So we do that. Get rid of a cat. Because we're going to make it double anyways, so if I want to block the Professor, I can do it that way. Unless, of course, he exiles it. Which is good, because the one thing I do also like about Ob is Vanishing Verse is ran in a lot of decks, and they can't touch it with Vanishing Verse since it's obviously multicolor. So that's super nice. I'll go ahead and gain a couple life here. And you've seen, just off that last match, like, a discard deck is not typically a life gain deck by any means, but they were almost at 40 life by the time I was like, I gotta just scoop it up here. So, it's pretty crazy what that deck can do. Also, if I really want to, I can actually Voltage Surge. Yeah, that's awesome. I can always Voltage Surge the Eye Twitch. No attacks here. Then, I mean, obviously, if I do that, he's gonna go for... Which still isn't bad. Do we just let the Ob die? Oh, I don't know what we're going to do here. Yeah. I think we are probably going to let the Ob die because I can play the second Ob. And then I'll have 3 Obs, which I like way more. He's going to blow on the snow. That was rude, sir. But I respect it because it gets rid of my Obs. Okay. So do this and then Ob. Nah, we'll just Ob off the cat. I bet he probably has another one. I could Fable. Yeah, but then I can't. Yeah. That's actually okay. Okay. I mean, I only block one thing anyways, but it makes more sense because I can always block. He could also always cave. Which is probably his best bet. He should actually cave and then smash in. And it's a dragon, so he can't power would kill it. So let's see how he attacks. Can power word kill the eye twitch. Resolve. Yeah, that was... This is an awkward spot, because I want to play the Bloodtithe too, but I need to leave the Voltage Surge up and sack the treasure. Or I could always... It doesn't matter, because I could have actually played the Bloodtithe and had that, but... Okay, so that means I'm getting rid of an Ob. So I can't go all in on an Ob. But it also means he just drew that, because otherwise he would have just activated the cave. Is what I'm thinking, unless he sees that I have mana open. I don't know. Let's see what I draw to, because I can always pitch it to Fable and hopefully get something that's not complete garbage. Another blood. Okay. Yeah, I don't hate that. So now I guess we just have to be aggro-y. Ooh, but you know what? Okay, then that means he doesn't. Yeah, he does. I don't have mass removal. That's fine then. This is perfectly fine. This is what we want. So we want to keep one of them up. Because if we keep at least one, we can start copying it each turn with the reflection and force through damage if we need to. So yeah, I think that's... I probably could have also just pathwayed now. That was dumb. Or pitched it, that is. Yup. Not surprised. He's top decking all of his removal. I'm gonna voltage surge that too. Ouch. Although Den of the Bugbear is not horrible, I do want to keep that. So we're gonna do this, target this, sack this, force him to sack to draw. And then hopefully draw some gas. It's not bad. That's good though if he decides to be like, hey, guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and reanimate something. Or even play. It's actually good for me. I am good with that draw. And if he activates the Cave of the Frost Dragon, Riveteers Charm also takes care of that. Of course, now he has a hive. How exciting. And now it does not work on it. Did all he draw is just gas? Like, what is happening here? I don't even think this really does much of anything anymore. I think we're gonna do this. That is good. It's very good. I just want to pop that off real quick. Yeah, so I mean, I think that was the play, because I feel like I want to sit on Meathook, because if he decides, hey, I'm going to go ahead and yeah, because if he decides to go ahead and Mascot Exhibition, which I guess he's not doing this turn, then, oh no, it's just at the end of my turn, so he might, which I'm good with, because I can just Meathook Massacre. Okay, he's not. He's doing something else. He's tapping Snowlands. Why did he... He still has 2. He can make 6. I assume he's going to kill one of these. Yeah, that's fine. I don't have any graveyard recursion. And he's going to flunk my dude? Not cool, bro. Well, I gotta keep one of them alive. Unfortunately, it's not the token. Makes me sad. Okay, well, either way, I gotta go ahead and hit them with this. Let's draw some cards, I guess. I'm gonna lose my Ob anyways. That's not bad. Let's see what he does. Yeah, kind of sad about the whole token Ob dying. This might be my first one of the night. It's a good one to end on, so I shouldn't get too far ahead of myself, but let's see what happens. And I'm glad he did that, because now it means he's definitely not going to I cannot talk! Mascot Exhibition. Is Hive it? Well, of course. That's fine. We'll just play it on black. Or I could have just pitched it for that, but this is an interesting spot, because if I do this, how much do I have? 1, 2, 3. I'll have 3 open. Yeah, that's not enough, because I'll end up with 4 open. So yeah, let's just attack. He goes for the -1. I actually could have done it that way, but then he wouldn't have lost the... Yeah, so this is fine, because then hopefully... Good game. Yep, and that is why, ladies and gentlemen, I like Invoke Despair. Because every once in a while it'll do something silly like that, and that overall was ugly. I have not, again, hi, and I'm talking and trying to narrate, so my brain is like as barely focused as it can be. But yeah, so that was the Ob Jun deck. Again, CGB was the one that was out there. Again, Covert Go Blue, I should say, his full thing, but he's the one that had posted a few days back, and yeah, I just thought it was really cool. It was kind of a cool showcase, because when I first saw Ob Spoiled, I was like, oh, this should be interesting. Just because I feel like sacrifice mechanics have been pretty popular, actually, for quite a while. I feel like there's always some form of, like, sacrifice to benefit, and this casualty stuff has been pretty crazy from what I've seen so far. Again, I haven't seen it too many, like... I don't think I've seen too many decks really at all that have had any kind of like casualty mechanic besides Ob. I've seen maybe like one other card. Again, it's still early. We're only like a week into it, I think. So not even, actually. It's only been what? Came out on Thursday, so it's been like 4 days. And then Arena was down most of Thursday anyways, because I just couldn't connect to a game for hours, so basically 3 days of being able to brew and play with it. So saw a couple of new decks. That one with the Vioshino guy, that first or second match it was, that was interesting. I haven't seen that. I kind of like that deck. The Angel deck is interesting, with what's her name, Gilded whatever, the 2-drop that gets bigger. I can't remember her name. She's I think it's Gilded, right? Gilded? No? I don't remember. She's an angel. Angel. That was a dumb way of doing it. There you go. Giada. That's what it is. Giada, Font of Hope. Ever since I've seen a couple of those angel decks now. And they're stupid, because what they'll do is they'll run, obviously, the basic, usual suspects. Giada. I actually saw Resplendent Marshal before. Inspiring Overseer is pretty common. And then, obviously... everyone's favorite 3-drop, Righteous Valkyrie, Seer, and every Angel deck. It's kind of a staple. It's interesting because it's a lot of those, and I was just like, yeah, okay, not a big deal, whatever. And then, but it was like it's obviously like not an Esper deck, but an Orzhov style deck, because it's also running that other, I always forget her name, yeah, Lisa, and that's freaking annoying because it just creates this recursion cycle that you just can't break through. Unless you can get rid of her, which usually isn't necessarily too hard to do, but usually by the time they've dropped her, they've already like flooded the board with a bunch of other stuff if you're not like keeping on top of it. It's kind of got a nice tempo to it because, like I said, it's like 2, 3, 4, and 5 drops, like pretty even curve throughout from what I've seen. And then they hit you with today is not my day, I cannot remember card names. Oh geez, it is a sorcery. It is from Kaldheim, and it is a 6-drop. Can't remember if it's a 6 or a 7. There you go, Haunting Voyage. Couldn't remember the name of it. Which I used to run in my Cleric's deck, and I totally forgot that it was a card, and I was sitting there, I was like, man, he's got nothing on the board. I got this. And then his turn rolls around, and this is what he had foretold. And I was just like, because I thought it was going to be, because there's that new Angel token thing too. So I thought it was something like that, or even like Poison the Cup. But no, he just hit me with that, and I was just like, yep, that's it. It's like an auto scoop because he ended up flooding out every Angel in the yard. And the thing that kills me about it is I had the charm. Like I had that Jund charm that I could just remove his graveyard, but I was tapped out when he did it, and I never would have thought Haunting Voyage because I've only ever seen it in like one deck, and it was a one of in the deck that I was playing, in that Cleric deck that was real big in Alchemy for a little while. And yeah, it was awkward, but yeah, so that was one of the most interesting things because now there's more Angels to choose from. Like I said, now that you have, oops, I'm about to go in decks, and then now that you have actually a pretty interesting assortment now, because it used to just be you had Righteous Valkyrie, and that was really it. I mean, there was Lisa's, but they weren't usually played in like one of those decks. But yeah, I thought it was like, when they foretold a card, I thought it was gonna be like Starheim Unleashed, or it was gonna be that other there's another card too that I totally forgot. Anyways, but yeah, so I thought it was gonna be something like that. But no, they have access to some interesting things, and even, I mean, it's only a couple new additions because it's just really Giada and then Inspiring Overseer, which is pretty cool because, I mean, seen tons of cards like this, Avens, all sorts of crazy things where it's just a 3-drop flying 2/1 that has a draw card effect. It's pretty common. But yeah, so I do kind of like the Angel deck though, because Resplendent Marshal was never really something you saw a lot of, or a whole lot of, I should say. But this with Lisa is actually really good because it's just, you get another recursion effect. So that's fun. I just thought it was a clever deck, just because, again, you don't see a lot of Angel C mainstream play. And this was, I think it was right before the season officially ended, so I think it was actually like on Friday. But I just thought it was cool. I would like to see some other brews. I honestly haven't really watched any videos or anything like that to see what else is out there. This is an annoying card, made an appearance earlier in the Angel deck we're playing against. But yeah, so fun stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and call it. That was a solid almost hour and a half of my first stream. Sorry it probably wasn't as entertaining as I had hoped, because I think my high kind of tapered off. Again, I'm still jumbling my words, but that's also because I feel like I'm getting too ahead of myself. Plus, again, I haven't really narrated anything for a long time. But anyways, hope you enjoy. Again, this was just High Times Magic, I guess we'll call it. High Times Magic sounds good, and that was just a good kickoff episode. I'll probably post more. One thing I'm actually planning on doing, not Magic related, if you did tune in this far, great, kudos, love y'all, whoever you are, all one of you probably that'll see this. That being said, one of the things that's not Magic related that I'm probably going to start doing, because I am going to start streaming, I didn't realize I never actually activated this account for streaming originally. I thought I did because I was actually going to do this as a stream and a VOD. I was going to do both. But that being said, one of the things I want to do again, I know I said it like 3 times now, but not Magic related, is I'm going to start doing a stream of both Magic, which is obviously Magic related, and then I'm going to start doing a Super Nintendo series. One thing I've been real big into is just kind of reliving the glory days of the 90s via retro wave music, playing Super Nintendo emulators and stuff like that. I got a couple Super Nintendo USB controllers in today or yesterday, I think, and it doesn't matter when, because by the time you see this, I obviously would have had everything set up and good to go, but did get some because I want to go ahead and have an authentic, so to speak, experience playing Super Nintendo. And I actually made the nerd side of me, because I've been taking so many other Excel classes and stuff like that as part of my stupid degree, because for whatever reason it's required. So I was like, well, I might as well play with spreadsheets. So I made an Excel spreadsheet of... First off, I only did the first year Super Nintendo games, US releases only, to start with, actually. So I do plan on trying to play everything, but the goal is to try and play all of at least the US released Super Nintendo games, obviously via emulator. I'm going to start streaming that because I just thought it'd be fun to share, and I don't know if I'm going to go in like release date order or just kind of do them in batches but kind of jump around. Ultimately, that's why I made the spreadsheet, so at least I can have a checklist of some kind that I can go ahead and check everything off as I play them. As of right now, like I said, I've only done the first year, which is 91, which is not a long release year because it's only through from like August through December, obviously, so it's only like a good like 4 months of material, so of releases, I should say. So I'm going to look more into it. I have some games that I was just playing the other day because I finally reinstalled it on my computer, and I'll probably replay through a couple of those. They were short games, like Aladdin, because I was like, I remember this game being pretty difficult, and then I played it and I was like, wow, this was actually kind of easy. So not too difficult of a game. But yeah, so things like that. There's some other just nostalgic ones. All Real Monsters, for anyone that actually grew up watching that show. I own actually a good chunk of those games. I have my own little collection, not a huge collector like some people I've seen, but I do have all my old games and everything from when I was a kid. So still have my Super Nintendo, I still have my N64, still have all the games that I got throughout the years when I was a kid. No, I never decided to go to GameStop and get $1.50 for everything. So yeah, that never happened. I did do that with some of my PlayStation stuff because I'm not a huge Sony fanboy. Nintendo born and raised, still have my Game Boys, still have all that stuff. I think I did sell a Game Boy Color. Anyways, I'm going off on a tangent, so I'm going to shut up though. Hope you enjoyed. If not, okay, cool, whatever. I'm still going to make these because this is just for me. Well, it's for y'all too if y'all enjoy it, but mostly it's just for me. That being said, y'all have a great rest of the day, evening, whatever time zone you're in, whatever you're doing. Hope you have a great day. Hope it's been a great day. Hope many more great days are to come. And y'all take care. Appreciate y'all for those that stayed. Those that even gave it a chance. If you're still here, great. If not, still appreciate you. Still want to shout out to them. But like I said, have a great one. Y'all take care. Peace.